This call is being recorded.
Thank you for calling in and thank you for your patience. May I get your birthday, time of birth, and place of birth?
7/31/99, Dallas, Texas, 3:35 p.m.
Oh, 3:35 p.m. My bad. I put 7:31 p.m. What was your birthday again?
7/31. July
Oh,
31st, 99,
oh, you
1999,
oh, you're born 1999. That's what's up. Okay, there we go. And what time were you born again?
3:35 p.m.
3:35. Okay, this is going to be awesome. And I know you said you're Scorpio rising on the notes, so I'll make sure to normally I need your permission, but I'm taking that as permission, so I'll just put the first letter, like you said.
Yeah, you can put, yeah, this is permit. You can post it if you want to. I just don't want my name posted in the cover. If
That's
that
no
makes
problem. That's no problem. Well, I have your progress chart. Your chart is super awesome. I almost wish we could have done the natal first because your natal is awesome. Um,
sense. Thank you.
my north node is my south node is 8 degrees Leo. So I used to know you in a past life.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Like
Love
all the
that. I do past life work.
oh no way. The irony, that's
Mhm.
so awesome. And then everyone that has North Node and Leo, like the my mom, she was born in 62. They have North Node and Leo, 99, y'all have North Node and Leo. And I think the 80s, like all of us, anyone who you meet with North Node Aqua, we've all been in each other's lifetimes, like all lifetimes. Like we're
Mhm.
yeah, it's really dope. So anyway, we know that your rising is 29 Scorpio. How sure of you are your 3:35 birth time?
I've had my Demi, Demi, she's rectified, so that is for sure. Towards the last seconds of 3:35, almost 3:36.
Oh, so you know for sure you were born at that time.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's a big deal because you're rising at 29 degrees Scorpio means you're a master pure queen, master pure royalty. For example, Drake and President Trump are 29 degrees Leo rising. Even me myself, I'm 27 Taurus rising. So I've learned that having a rising sign at the end is strong, especially in a fixed sign. And you have Chiron next to it, and Pluto is within 10 degrees. So you're also alien gang. And I'm gonna give you alien construct article. Uranus and Neptune opposite your sun is a form of alien construct, just not in the article. And you have Saturn square, which is so interesting because Uranus is on your Saturn and Saturn is on your Uranus. And only people born in 99 know what that's like. That is wild.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And then especially as a Leo, like you're probably experience, especially having a Leo sun, which, even though your rising isn't Sag, your rising has progressed into Sagittarius. And so, in a way, you are a teacher of light, courage, and love in this lifetime. You're the solar queen of destiny, which is a huge deal. Yeah, it's such a nice ring because you have Uranus in its dignity on the south node with Neptune, which means you literally come from the ancient future, but you're bringing this claircognizant genius with you. This is child prodigy energy, and you're here to innovate the methods with which people learn and communicate knowledge. But it's so interesting that you have your north node on it. You have the sun in its dignity in Leo and Uranus in its dignity in Aquarius. That is so rare. Like Leo is already the main character, but like just off the strength of that, that's just wild. And then like me, you also have a 29-degree Mercury. It's just mine's in Taurus, yours is in Cancer, trine your rising 29 degrees. So your chart is on fleek. I don't know what else to say. Like this is awesome.
Thank you.
And it's literally your destiny as this teacher of light and love to create your own religion and way of life that people look at you and they're like, oh, but remember, you're bringing in this unconventional, supernatural, genius, alien, futuristic wisdom from the ancient future in order to do that. How does that resonate with you?
Sorry, this car is like really loud. That resonates. That, especially the part of kind of like forming my own religion, I guess, especially on my ninth house energy.
Right, exactly. Because in the ninth,
Yeah.
that's what it's about. It's like I know because I have this in Aquarius. Like we're our rising signs are opposite, and our north nodes are
Mhm.
opposite. So like I'm known for teaching about the stars because my destiny in the ninth house of Aquarius is to like almost rewrite the Bible, like create this new knowledge or align with this scientific knowledge. But in Leo, this is a lot more creative. It's less about the whole science gives. It's like you're using the scientific understanding as a resource to creatively express it. If
Mhm.
if you think about the way I show or talk about the science, I use skits. I'm very funny. I'm very creative because I'm using the South Node Leo and
Right.
performance to teach that more scientifically. The challenge is to do that. So you're just literally opposite. It's like you already got the genius like science behind it. Now you're finding a way to get people in their hearts. And so to see the MC next to Venus, what's a great example of this? Kylie Jenner has her MC in Libra, but her Venus is on her North Node in Virgo, and she is known for her beauty products and line and is a billionaire because of them. So that's kind of how to see it. And so with Venus here, which is the nine of pentacles, the rich, independent, successful woman, your legacy is aligned towards beauty and wealth. And so that's something to keep in mind because um, it's not limited to that. But seeing Venus around the MC, it's going to really influence the nature of career and success around those lines. And now that your MC has progressed into Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and your progressed Venus has retrograded back into Leo, this is aligning more this success with your destiny. So congratulations in advance. The South Node is literally 1 degree Sagittarius, and it's on the verge of unlocking your personality in Scorpio so
Mm.
that you can manifest success with and for others. It's pretty lit. And so your rising now has progressed into Sagittarius, while your sun is 29 degrees Leo, which is pretty wild because I just spoke to someone today. In fact, the last reading I did, in fact, it's crazy because the three readings I did back to back to back were all progress chart readings, which never happens. And the woman who I just spoke to before you, she just progressed 0 degrees into Leo, and you're
Oh
about
wow.
right, and you're about to progress 0 degrees into Virgo, and this is preparing you as a progressed moon in Capricorn for a progressed full moon transit that will complete the cycle you began. So you were born right after the full moon and you progressed into Taurus, had that quarter square. Then you had the progressed new moon in Leo and you started that Leo cycle. That as a Leo is you stepping fully into this philosophical courage to express the light of your spirit and the confidence and as the main character the love that is shown as this expression of wisdom and joy. And with Chiron so close to your AC with Pluto, you have a very extreme personality. Would you say that you've had, especially with Mars, would you say that you've had challenges, being vulnerable with and having confidence expressing your personality?
Mm, somewhat. I think it kind of goes through phases, some too, but Overall, like, yes.
Okay. I like the confidence with how you said that too. That was so Leo. But personally, I was asking because normally people with Chiron in the first are either bullied in early age or they're just not as confident about their personality. But since this is 12th house, I feel like the Chiron lesson for you is more your spirituality, because the 12th house portion of Scorpio is like these very deep occult beliefs that people would just think you're delusional for believing, but you got the sauce. So it's not that you're delusional, it's that you're harnessing such a deep, extreme, pure energy. If someone's not initiated into that wisdom, they're not going to know what you're talking about. And the opposition,
Exactly.
I'm so glad that resonates. I'm so glad that resonates with you, because this is a very important part of your chart that offers such deep healing socially to the collective. And Saturn, that's opposite this Mars Chiron, has been a lifelong inhibitive factor towards holding back your own sexuality because of the taboo nature of it. But see, the same cross is the strongest part about you. It's the dopest part of your chart, because that extreme pure depth of desire and sexual energy that with Chiron makes you a sexual healer too. Whether you're intimately connecting with people and cuddling or hugging or holding them or having sex with them, it brings deep healing, deep passionate healing. And so Saturn enables a form of work with this, whether you're channeling this energy through art, business, or in relationships during sex. This is very important because all that pure Scorpio energy funnels naturally with the stabilization of Saturn and Jupiter. So Saturn takes that intense Scorpio Mars and focuses it so physically and grounds it, but it can bring blocks because sometimes Scorpio wants to be super dark and intense, and then Taurus is like, meh. And then the Scorpio and Taurus start beefing, and the Taurus can block the Mars. But when you balance it, the Taurus strengthens and grounds the pure intensity of the Mars. And then that is in between your Sun and Uranus. And so your awareness of this adds to the passion and the unconventional electricity with this site, because the Uranus, the y'all in the new generation take what we do to the next level. So like us born in the early 90s, we have the most powerful intuition. Like we have Neptune and Cap, but y'all's is on a whole nother level. Like you don't even need to experience it for real. You come into situations already knowing what's up, which is weird. There's nothing normal about that. Science hasn't even caught up to that. And the reason why I'm saying it's weird is you need to embrace it because it's right opposite your sun. So before you even look into and now you know who they are. And that's weird. Like to kind of just, and then you also have the receipts. So the reason why I'm saying that's weird is it's not going to be easy to tell somebody why you already know certain things about them or just about a situation. And when you
Yeah.
embrace Right, because if you embrace the weirdness of it, then it'll make more sense. It's like, oh, well, I'm supernatural. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, this is a quality of y'all generation that is going to move forward science and the interconnectivity and quantum mechanic nature of energy and of power. And so that T square is very difficult because right now it's activating with Saturn in the Aqua and Uranus that's unconventionally grounding this new lifestyle mechanic. And as you come into your Saturn return, you'll master it. But it's just something to keep in mind because Mars is now progressed so much closer to your rising natally in Chiron. This is intensifying more how you're overcoming this healing of pure energy, whether through a touch that stabilizes it or just by giving someone a death stare to have them contemplate why they should stop messing with you or wasting your time. And jokes aside, this is very important because once again, relative to that new moon in Leo that stepped you into this new passion, you then had the quarter square in Scorpio, right? That gave you hidden wisdom about your spiritual beliefs to adjust how much more passionately you walk this path. And now that's getting ready for the conclusion of this cycle, which it looks like is going to be in Virgo. And so it looks like for sure, by the time that the moon enters Pisces progressed and you go through your lunar return progressed, the sun will have entered Virgo. And you're going to start the Virgo transit off completing it, which you're so advanced because normally you're supposed to start with the new moon and then end with the full moon. So this is literally like starting the 5th grade with the final exam. And then it's like, right. It's like you're that smart, right? Once again, child prodigy energy. So it's like you're stepping into the beginning of the Virgo progression, completing it with the full moon. I recently am on the harvest phase of my full moon that started like a few years ago. As a progressed Cancer sun, because I was born Gemini sun, my progressed moon went into Capricorn. And that full moon, 14 years after the new moon cycle, happened during a period that brought me success. The progressed full moon completes the cycle and brings success. During that period, I never had to work a job again, and I've been doing what I do full time. And that was me harvesting the results from Moon and Cap to now getting ready to go to Moon and Aries, where I shift. And so you're getting ready to conclude the third quarter square coming in, first quarter square coming into the full moon. And this is going to be you stepping into now the evolution as the main character and performer and queen into mastery. You're manifesting mastery. The progressed Virgo transit is all about mastery and perfection and critical analysis. It's you becoming and having the receipts. And so this is going to take the bold creativity of the heart-centered courage and energy you've mastered, and it's going to manifest this physically in your behavior. And over the next 30 years, practically ground that passion in a behavior and lifestyle. That opposite your Pisces moon will complete the divine receptivity to the vibes around you and the unseen metaphysical holistic connection, whereas the sun in Virgo will be breaking everything down to its individual parts through your perception. Your sun's going to, over the next 10 years, progress over your natal Venus in 5 years and your MC. So this is going to be you manifesting money and success, a lot of money. But this is also going to be really powerful because you're going to be more aware about the direction of your career than ever. Even though your progressed MC is in Libra, and now you're more of a social leader that connects artists around you, as you went from pure queen in Scorpio rising to the creator in Sag rising. You have Pluto in your first, and as a Plutonic instrument alien, a Plutonian instrument alien, you can identify enemies and cause others to see what's occurring on deeper levels. It's a fancy way of saying that your personality is extremely intimidating. And I really did mean with the death stare comment. There's a way you can look at somebody and they'll see that intensity in your eyes and they will just magically stop messing with you. And this is very important because the South Node has unlocked this pure element of intensity through which, as a progressed Sag rising, you more align with the instrumental quality of this ascended vibration as an ascended being, as you're stepping into godhood through this and reflect back as a mirror truly who other people are or how full of crap they are or how awesome they are. And so this is where, now that you've progressed past Sag and identified this, the Capricorn progression as a Leo sun is integrating your understanding of the lifestyle in the second, the value of this lifestyle that is perfecting your behavior as a Leo sun. Where, Leos are workaholics with the 6th house Capricorn. And this is you feeling how you're practically taking action to organize your lifestyle as a royal queen. The thing here, though, is I know when I went through that moon, like when I was a progressed moon in Sag, I was going out all the time. It was very adventurous. As soon as it went in a Cap, I was booked and busy and I was working. It doesn't have to be that way for you. I would think it is. Have you been busy? Because the moon entered there 14 months ago. It just entered 14 degrees. It's king conjuncting your progressed Mercury. And would you say you're more busy than normal?
Yeah, so up until like this past year and a half, I've been extremely busy because I do readings, but I was also working with kids and then doing office work. And then literally like 2 weeks ago, I just started an 8 to 5. So yeah, I've been pretty busy.
Got you. And thank you for confirming the how busy you may have been. That definitely goes a long way and is also important because by the time this rounds up to Aquarius, we will see the Leo go into Virgo. And this is going to prepare for you to realistically tap into now converting the actions you've taken into coming into more of knowledge. In another 16 months, the how do I say it? Progressed moon will go into Aquarius. And the real experience you're getting is going to put you in a position to powerfully open up the knowledge of everything you've expanded in this ascent towards higher light and representing that higher light and getting ready to now actually ground this socially in the community around you. It's a fancy way of saying that you're now reaching the precipice where everything is going to become so much more super real in your ability to convert and harness this passion. And this is going to prepare for that full moon. You're on the verge of completion. You're on the verge of success. And that's really kind of how you want to see it. The work you've kind of put in is paying off. And in that period beforehand, over the next year and a half, it's okay to not really know what's happening, especially while during this is happening. Jupiter is going to be finishing its transit and 12-year cycle in Pisces. You may go through a move. I don't know if you're planning to move next year, but it may be facilitated. And if not next year, the year after. But this is when Jupiter is going to go over your natal and progress forth, and normally people move then. But regardless, it could be you renovating your inner world and home. And once the progressed moon moves into Aquarius, this is where you're going to download an evolution of your intuitive Neptune Uranus energy. Once Pluto goes through here, 2023 and beyond, it's going to fully awaken this. And yeah, but other than that, um, that's really your progress chart in a nutshell. Mercury is direct. That was 29, that was retrograde in Cancer, and the sincere psychic nature of your mind that can hear the vocal tonality and how people feel through what they say has now gained courage and confidence over your ability to express your spirit and destiny and to push you forward. So, did you have any final questions at all?
What about the moon being in my pro- progressed moon in the first, and also Neptune retrograde in the progress chart?
Great question. So I am using the equal sign system, and your progressed rising is 18 degrees, and your progressed moon would fall in the first house, getting ready to come into the second. So it is manifesting the real nature of this ascended identity through incredible values that will awaken how much more powerful your self esteem is and overcome that fluctuation because now your second house is in Cap and it's no longer a mutable Sag. So even though it's in the first, it's still connected to the second. And you want to see that as when it was in Sag, you were being this. Now you're making it real. And the Neptune retrograde is mainly more of a direct connection of the very weird supernatural psychic energy that claircognizantly has you foresee future events. It's just with this connection with your energies natally and progressed, it's so seamless, it's so advanced. You register it like a thought. Maybe it might not be a vision, but it could be just so quick. You just have this innate knowing. And once the moon goes over that, it's going to make you so much more intuitive as it goes through the Aquarius energy and you fine tune it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I'm going to send you this recording right now.
All right, appreciate it.